Greg, what impact would you say that the C20 had on the final communique from the G20 Leaders Summit?
I think we were able to achieve a very specific agenda in terms of ensuring that the language of inclusive growth was there at the centre of the communique, something that had been overlooked in the process up till almost the last minute, but we'd been working on that issue right through the year. In terms of the climate change agenda, that was there, not just because of the C20, but because of what Mr. Obama had agreed previously and what he said to young people in Brisbane at the University of Queensland. But I think the C20 was able to pick up on that opportunity to reinforce the messages that had been there right from the beginning of the year, and particularly from the C20 summit as an important issue. And then in their governance agenda, I think that we were able to achieve quite a lot in ensuring greater tax transparency and the commitment to an anti-corruption action plan that will continue to work over the next 2 years.
So, what value did your organisation derive from being a part of the 2014 C20 process?
I think our voice was stronger and broader and deeper because of the collaboration with others in the C20 group. The leadership of the C20 was able to reinforce the messages that we were giving, and we were able to spread around the world and in each of the capitals be able to work with other civil society organisations globally to ensure that the commitment to principles of beneficial ownership was there right and centre in the communique and in the action plan that will follow. And also the commitment to greater tax transparency was an important agenda item that was picked up by Tim Costello as leader, but also a number of those in the governance working group of the C20.
In 20 years' time, it will be Australia's turn to once again host the G20. What advice do you have for the Australian organisers of the 2035 C20?
I think we have to, from the beginning, ensure that each of the countries, that civil society within each of the countries are part of the process, because the change doesn't just happen because of what the presidency decides, but how each of the leaders can be influenced by civil society in each of those countries. So a real emphasis on internationalising civil society from the beginning, and that will require resources. And those resources, I think, need to come from government as well as from within the civil society organisations themselves. And reaching out to ordinary people in each of our capitals is also a really important opportunity for really truly influencing and people holding their leaders accountable for developing a strong commitment and to implementing those commitments in the following years.